Hello guys, today I have chosen the topic as a function currying, and we'll understand like what is the concept behind this, and so let's begin it. And so the first point is like why its name is like as currying, right? So this currying is a introduced by the Haskell. His full name is you can see it here as a Haskell B. Curry. He was an American mathematician and logician. He explored this concept by like doing something in calculus, okay, in mathematics. So he explained this concept as currying. So because of that, like its name is as a function currying. Okay. So next is like the main core concept. Like what is the core concept behind this currying is? Let's look into it. So currying is a transformation of a functions that translate a function from callable as fabc into callable as fabc into. So the main thing is to understand here is it is a like transformation of a function when like normally you call any function to pass all the parameters together, but here it's transformation to the format of the function into passing all these parameters one by one. Okay, so that is the like main transformation. It's the concept for this currying function. Okay, next is like when we convert this function as a currying function, it is going to be always as a partial invocation. We'll understand this point when I'm going to explain the some examples. I think it will make more clarity with that time. Okay. Next is this is like also creating a copy of function but with some preset parameter. So when I say like some preset parameter, this is like something like you converted your function as a currying function. So there actually is like adding some advantage to like when you do some preset parameter, and you will also like I'll explain in the example like this point as well, so it will make more sense. Okay, next is like we have this bind is like normally as usual like functionality to create a new copy of the function, which is like helpful when we implement this currying concept. Okay, so let's look into these examples first, so like so that all our like these point will get clear. Okay, so this is like the first example. If you see, I have here some function, okay, and I'm passing this abc, and then I'm creating the curry function here. This is your curry function, and here the fun is the first parameter, right? And when I'm passing this fun, I'm returning a, this is your arrow function, so I'm returning this complete section, right, in this case. And when I will pass the a parameter, I will return this section, right? This is how actually it's like arrow function. So when I'm saying curry sum equal to curry sum, so what is happening there? Like here, I had like one point saying that like the preset parameter, right, is maintaining that. So when I pass it sum here, it will have this sum is passed to the fun, right? And then again, like next time when I am calling create sum with any argument, so this is like your preset parameter now. So when I say create sum 1, then I'll pass here for a I'll pass 1, but this is already presetted, right? Because we already have stored this sum here, right? So that's why like the second point was to it will call the partial invocation, your curry function. So whenever you call it here, this is not, you are not going to get any output on this, right? This will just like return one more function like this one. Okay, so further to this, here when I'm passing 1, I will get here 1, and then when I pass 2, it will come to here, and when I pass 3, it will come to here, and then finally this is returning your function abc3, which will go to here, and then we have all 3 parameters here, and then it will return sum of this. Okay, now to understand this, like if I'll pass like this, what will happen? Let's check this. So first I just show this to run it. Okay, so here this is like I'm just calling this one, right? So this is your output now. Let's comment this one and check the first one. What will happen? So I said like when I pass 1 to 3 here, what will happen? 1 to 3 will go for 1 for a parameter. And here this will only take 1. Okay. If you want to check this again, let's just I'll show you here. You can pass here 4 and comma 5 as well. Now what will happen from this, all these 3, A will take 1 only and B will be 4 and C will be 5. So then in that case, the output will be your 5 plus 4, 9 plus 1, right? Is 10. So you will get 10. But if I don't pass there, this will simply like return your function, this one, okay? And this will be, so check the output. This will be your function, okay? So the same way here, you can check with the second. If I just pass this 1 here, so this will get 1, and when I say 2 comma 3, B will get 2 here directly, okay? And that way it will again return this function. So output of this would be again the same as a function here, okay? Yeah, so I think now this get it. Now let's look into the next example here. Okay, let's look into the second example here, which is your person function here I have, and then I have 3 parameters as a prefix, fname and lname. And here my requirement is to, like, whenever I want to create the main object, I want to add a prefix as a Mr. and for woman I want to add message. Okay, so with such requirement, it's good use case here to use the curry function here, and where we can carve the prefix for men and women. Okay, so here how we are handling this. Men I have assigned with the person.bind and passing this null as a context for the person function, and Mr. I am here adding as a prefix, right? And this will be the preset parameter for the men. In the same way I am doing for the woman as well. So here whenever the next time I am using this man, this is your men is now become as your query function, okay? And here men, when I need to only pass the first name and last name here, right? And then it will produce your with the prefix here. Okay? With the same way I have the woman here. So just let's run this. Okay, now we are getting this Mr. and Mrs. right? So this is the second example. Next we'll check the one more example to understand the completely how the function correct. Okay. So here I have multiply x comma y, which is I am returning as a x into y, right? This is multiply. And carried function here, what I have carried multiply. I am taking the input one parameter as x and then returning y, and then finally I am returning x into y. Okay, and here actually I'm not just using this directly. Here I'm just returning the x into y. That's the result. And here I am creating here times 10. So here what actually my intention is, like every time I don't want to pass the 10. This 10 I'm going to use as a preset parameter, and which will like if I need like further requirement to do this multiplied by any number with the 10. So due to that reason I am creating here times 10. Okay, so next time I just need to pass only the 5. So here my requirement is to do the multiplied by 10. So this 10 becomes as a your preset parameter, right? So here I just like when I run this you will get as a 10 into 5, right? So this is the good use case like here. So like whatever you change it here, if you change this 8, it will just give you 10 into 80, right? So this is also one good use case for the carrying function. I hope all this example will make little more clarity to understanding this carrying and what is the use cases of the carrying function, right? Thank you for watching this video.